This is Dr. Greg Gillum, CEO of Human Fusion, and today's article review is 6 reasons why we make bad decisions and what to do about it. It's by Mike Erwin, published in August 1st, 2019 issue of Harvard Business Review. It turns out, according to this author's research, that we make about 2,000 decisions every hour. Of course, most of those are unconscious decisions that we make. But obviously there's a lot of things that are going on in our head, and we live, as everyone knows, we live in this era where we are bombarded with information coming at us in every direction, and it causes us to make some bad decisions. Here are 6 reasons that the author points out that we need to be very careful when we're making very important decisions. Number 1 is called decision fatigue. It's the idea that we make decisions when if we can make decisions when we have the most energy, we make better decisions. So he goes into the phenomenon. If you are a prisoner and you're getting ready to be paroled, you want that meeting to happen in the morning, not in the afternoon. There's a statistically better chance of you getting paroled if your meeting, that parole meeting, is in the morning. Presumably because people have much more energy, they're much more creative, they're much more understanding, they make better decisions. So decision fatigue, number 1. Number 2, there's just a steady state of distractions. According to research, we process 5 times more information now than we did 30 years ago. 5 times more information. And so with all of that distraction going on, we make poorer decisions. Our cell phone is the number 1 distraction in the world. If you really need to make a very, very solid, good decision, make sure your cell phone is nowhere near you, in another room. Number 3 is lack of input. So in meetings, when decisions are being made, a lot of times you'll have a healthy mix of extroverts and introverts. A lot of times when you do brainstorming meetings and you want ideas, your introverts shut down. That's why silence in brainstorming meetings is so very, very important to the agenda. Make sure you have silence built into your meetings so that the introverts at least get their ideas on paper, and then they're much more likely to share them afterwards. Number 2, multitasking. Everybody has to multitask, but there's a 40% reduction in productivity when we're asked to do 2 cognitive tasks. And most of us are doing a lot more than 2 tasks at a time. Emotions also come into play. We know that we run a gamut of emotions during the day: anger, frustration, stress, all these types of things. And it's no rocket science to predict that those emotions can have a drastic impact on the quality of our decision making. So again, if you're about to make an important decision, a strategic decision, then make sure that your emotions are in check. Make sure that you've had a chance to properly vent and talk to the right people. And then finally, he talks about analysis paralysis, the AP syndrome. The more data we have, and of course we know that we're always dealing with more and more and more data. The more data we have, typically the longer it takes to make a decision. So when the decision process needs to be very thorough sometimes, and we've got all this information coming at us and we're taking a very long time, sometimes we make sort of gunshot decisions when that does not serve our best interests. So think about this as you're going through your day, as you're trying to make good decisions for you, your team, your organization. Kind of go through these different factors and make sure that you are not being affected by these things that can very, very significantly impact your decision-making process. If you like these types of management-related videos, please subscribe to Human Fusion, and we'll keep you up to date on all the latest trends that are affecting your management practice. Thanks.